Morning.
Yeah, we travel in a pack.
Elevation changes. It's me and Hunter.
Two best buds.
Two best buds.
Just say you're not just completely.
Hi, how are you?
Thoughts?
I feel like we were at a restaurant or a hotel because somebody was taking a reservation upstairs.
Ah.
We're just talking about your ride. Talking about ready?
Ooh.
Got the music.
Do you like jazz?
Okay, stop right there.
Goodness.
Whoa!
We're at the boat club, and
Oh,
we're
we're at the boat club.
gonna learn how to do proper etiquette when dining with a fancy meal.
I worked with the boat club for many years. Today we're going to have a little lesson on some etiquette and fine dining and having a dining experience. I am not Emily Post at the Hyatt, but I do believe things that she has advised don't really set you wrong.
How about our outfits? We didn't bring fancy shoes.
I forgot my dress shoes.
The occasion really depicts on what you want to be wearing. The boat club is pretty forgiving. You can dress to the nines. You can be a little bit casual, so tennis shoes can work. But you both look great. So
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.
We're studs, couple of studs.
So today, we're gonna have you gentlemen sit right across from me.
It's a lot of different silverware on here.
Once everyone is seated again, just, it's so nice to be with you all today. And you take your napkin and you just put that right on your lap. It shows that you are ready for the experience to begin.
Does anybody ever put it in their shirt? Is that weird?
Some people do, but typically it goes on your lap.
When I'm eating, things are flying all over the place.
Well, we're going to talk about how to eat so things don't fly all over the place. When you sit down and a table is full, it can get kind of crazy. So you're like, which is my silverware? Every time you sit down for your dining experience, it's like driving a BMW. You have your bread plate, your main dish, and your water glass. Okay? Once everybody has their food, then it's a great time to start. Your soup spoon is already on your plate.
Oh.
If it's not, you'll start from your kind of outside working in. When you typically eat soup, it's habit to kind of go towards you, but try going backwards and then scrape your spoon on the back side of the bowl. Give that a try.
Scrape it towards the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tear your bread, and then you butter each piece, each little bite.
Oh.
This helps so that you don't put too much food in your mouth at once. You're able to kind of keep that conversation because I have a talent, gentlemen, that whenever you have a mouthful of food, I'm asking a question. You don't want to have to wait too long to be able to answer that question, right? So you've buttered each of your little bites. If you want to dip it in your soup, you can. You get a little something you're not quite sure, just dab with your napkin. You're not here for fast food, you're here for a dining experience. If there is anything that you need to be getting to, it's really important when you make that reservation just to say, hey, we have tickets for a show that we need to get out, by this time. You let our server know, reiterate that when you come. The idea also is that you can eat your food, let it settle a little bit, then enjoy the next course. And you're not so full by the end, if it comes too quick, you're too full to enjoy it.
I think it's a very European thing that people take their time, and so you don't see that a lot in the U.S.
2025, you need to bring it down.
Yep.
Savor the things.
Yeah, enjoy it.
We're going to start with our outside fork.
Okay.
And we're working in. And if you're concerned, that the bite's going to be too big, just hold your hand under. You would much rather have a smaller bite going in than trying to shove a gigantic bit in.
Well, this might be a obvious one, but probably no talking while food is in your mouth.
It's best to wait until you're done chewing. And if somebody does ask you a question like I would, you can just be like, just 1 minute.
Does it get awkward at all if it's just two people eating? Do you have to hold the conversation, or is it fine just to have no conversation while you're eating?
If you ask more than yes/no questions, so that the person who is talking, when you know they have to give a little longer answer, then you can take a bite, small enough bite, chew it, then they can ask you a question, take a turn, and they can eat.
Smart.
What was it like growing up along the North Shore?
Well, it was a beautiful scene. I definitely loved Lake Superior and living out in two harbors. What about Maple Grove down in the cities? I didn't let it finish it.
It was a fantastic place to
It was.
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
So pasta, how do you generally,
Just scoop and throw it in.
you have a spoon, you have a fork, right? And so by taking just a couple of noodles and kind of rubbing it along this spoon when you twirl it, oh, look at that beautiful little bite.
I will say it is actually much more enjoyable when you slow down and and appreciate all of the bites.
Do people ever put the flour in their ear while they're eating?
I bet that they do. And you look fantastic.
That's just my eye cup.
You're beautiful.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Now I got pasta
So
on my ear.
if we
Got a piece of noodle.
Joy,
Double on your head.
oh no, Hunter, no. What is it maybe a no-no when it comes to, let's say there is an issue at your table or you need the check immediately?
Don't do that. If you're hosting a dinner for several friends, make sure that the server knows that when they come. Like, you can, when they're taking your order or when they're getting anything, you can just quietly say, hey, please make sure you bring the check to me. And if you need it a little bit sooner, you give them your card and say, please take my card, go ahead and run a 20% gratuity, on this charge. Then when they bring it to you, it's all said and done.
How about the
Yeah, the check, writing of the check.
Riding in the air. Usually just, again, that little finger of getting their attention. They'll know it.
Do some people misassume that being fancy requires you to be a little bit hoity-toity, a little bit arrogant, a little bit?
Sadly, some people have seen that we did lose a lot of our manners in 2020. Let's let 25 be a year of, being kinder to each other, helping those around us to enjoy life a little bit better. And it's much easier for our servers to give you a better experience if you are being kind enough to receive that.
Let's say I see a big piece of green pasta on Ryan's teeth. Is it rude of me to let him know?
Do you currently see that?
No, I don't. No, you look good. You're looking good, my friend.
Maybe don't yell it across the table, but it is much kinder. Give a little discreet, it's terrible when you've had a full long conversation and you go in and you see yourself in the mirror and you're like, how long have I had that spinach stuck in my teeth?
Tell me, Hunter.
Please let me know. Do you range your tip based on service? Do you always get the same tip?
When I come to the boat club, I know for sure I'm going to be giving a 20% gratuity because the service is always amazing. Food is always wonderful. It's not only the server that you're seeing. There's a lot that's going on behind the scenes. That all goes into that experience. And so just being kind of cognizant about, what I might be irritated with, is it really that I need to take that out on the tip area? A 15 to 20%, is kind of your typical. If it was really amazing, feel free to go above that.
Sure.
They'll appreciate it as well. So you don't have any more silverware on the side, but you have this lovely fork on top. This is your dessert fork. It's been waiting for you all meal. If you ate this all in 3 bites, you would miss out on really enjoying it, really savoring it.
The appreciation.
Pause, enjoy, pause, enjoy.
Any tips on how handling the who's paying dilemma?
I think whoever is inviting you, it is kind of a good, if you know that's a dilemma ahead of time, and you're like, okay, should I plan to pay for myself, or do you know, is someone planning to host this? If someone has chimed up and said, I'm hosting tonight, it's on me, the best words you can say is, thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Fighting at the table, trying to be like, oh no, don't do that. We need to learn to be better, gracious thinkers in the world.